Hiya, I'm Nikki, and today I'm going to give you a little trip around my planning systems because I've just gone back to a Filofax and I'm a bit obsessed with all things plannerish and diary-ish and stickers and what have you. So I just thought I'd let you have a little look around my notebooks and my diaries and see what you think of them. So first of all, I'd like to show you, this is what I call my boat. It's A5 size-ish, yeah, A5 size, and it's really just a little bit of, it's a blank notebook basically, and I just write all my ideas down in it. I'm not going to show you too much because I don't want to give too much away, but as you can see, it's notes from conferences, it's just bits about social media, ideas for music, ideas for blog posts, and then there's a little pocket at the back that I keep all sorts of clippings in and paper bits and pieces, and ideas for reviews and things like that. So everything that I have an idea about goes first of all into that book. Next is this diary, which is from, it's the personal planner, I think, if I remember rightly. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, personalplanner.co.uk, and this is very much based on the idea of personalising your own diary. So from the website you choose which sections you want in. So I've got a diary, I've got some notebooks, I've got notebook paper at the back, sort of register type planners, things like that. I've got a couple of pockets at the front that you can slip things into. I've got my receipts and some stickers in there as well, and I've got one of my favourite quotes in the front of it. And that is actually my work diary, so that's why I'm not going to show you too much of it, but that's really handy, good size, again just bigger than A5 size, and that goes with me on a work day-to-day basis. Next thing I'll show you is the Filofax that I'm currently using. So this is today's special feature. It is a Green Botanics personal compact size, and the reason I've chosen to use a compact size is because the reason I left a Filofax was because I was getting stuffed up with information that I didn't need on a day-to-day basis, and I knew that I could store that somewhere else and not have to carry it around with me. So this is sort of, as you can see, it's quite full, and the compact size gets full really quickly, especially if you carry a full year diary around with you, which I like to. But I'll just show you what's inside. So I've got this from, I think I've got it off eBay. Oh no, I'll tell you where I got it. The German Filofax site was having a sale, and I bought a couple of Filofaxes for €9 each, bargain of a lifetime. And this is the only one that I've got left at the moment because I had a bit of a clear out and I sold a couple. But anyway, so we've got inside is, I don't have a dashboard like many people do. You usually find that the clear sheet that comes at the front of a Filofax when you buy a new one or you buy new inserts, people will use that to put their stickers on and all sorts of little reminders. I don't have one of those. I like to use this little pocket at the front, and it is a zip pocket. Sorry, just excuse my one-handedness here, because things that I need that are important I like to have right at the front. So I've got a prescription that I need to go and get there, and there's a letter there. It's about a medical appointment that I need to keep. So as you can see, Filofax Classic Botanics here. That's where that's why you can tell it's genuine Filofax, is the name is always in this corner. My Bic 4-colour pen, because I do like to record things in different colours so that I can separate sort of work from birthdays, personal appointments and things like that. A dinky little paper clip that I found. It's in the shape of a foot. I've got my tattoo reminder card there for next month. A really weird magnifying glass. I hope you can see that. That is from the Filofax website. I think it's from Helix. It's either from Filofax or from Helix. I'll find out for you and I'll put it in the description box. Everything I mentioned today will be in the description box if you can buy it online. So that's quite handy actually when it comes to reading small print. I've got some of my own business cards there for my blog. And then going through, as you can see, I've got some quite unusual tabs here. And I made these myself the other day from a couple of greetings cards that I won in a competition. And I didn't want to send them out to anybody because I thought they were too special. Not that any of my friends aren't special enough, but I knew I wanted to do something different with them. So I had a bit of a brainwave the other day, and I've made them into some dividers. So I've only got 4 dividers in this compact Filofax. But I just think they've turned out really, really nice. And I don't like to number or name my tabs because I do like to have a shuffle round from time to time. So the first section is always notepaper, something to scribble on, something to write lists on, and there's never anything to read in this section. It's always just a couple of pieces of paper there ready to scribble on so I can file it away later, or so that I've got a reminder for something right at the beginning of my Filofax. And I found these post-it notes in WH Smith's a couple of weeks ago. I think they're about £1.50 or something, and I just thought they were really they just brightened up my Filofax. So I've just pulled a few off from the pad. I think the pad's about this thick, and pulled a few off and just stuck them in there. So those are my to-do lists which don't have anything on them because I've not filed them. The next section is my diary. Now, it's not very exciting. I don't tend to, I've been using, we'll just see which page we can have a look at. I've been using a week on one page with notes, and it works okay, but there's too much white space for me. I like it to be full, and this doesn't look full enough for me. I don't decorate my pages, but as you can see, I do scribble on them in different coloured inks. So, and I always like to have like a weekly quote that I find. I just look up inspirational quotes online, and it always just something nice to have a look at every week, just sort of spurs me on. So I'll not go too deeply into my diary, but I will just show you if I can get to here. Here are some really, really cute little stickers that my friend Sean sent to me. As you can see, they're the London Underground ones, and I've actually used those to stick on as birthday or anniversary reminders. They're absolutely gorgeous. That girl knows me far too well. So obviously, don't look at my age there, although you've already seen it now. But yeah, 3rd of May if anybody wants to buy me anything for my birthday. So yeah, so all those are all the way through on special occasions and birthdays and days that I need to remember. The next section is a personal section. So I've got a couple of photographs of my mum there. And again, I can't really show you any of these pages because they've got some quite personal information on. Study information, financial information, and I keep my addresses in there. Now, I don't have an address section at all because all my numbers are stored in my phone, and I don't actually need to look at them, but they are handy for sending out birthday presents or birthday cards. So I just keep immediate family's addresses and telephone numbers in there, and they just move from Filofax to Filofax with me. So this last section is my notes section. As I said, I've just moved back to the Filofax, so there's not really an awful lot in here. But again, with the greetings cards, there was just enough paper left over to make these 2 top tab type things. So what I've done is I've got some notepaper in here that I'm going to write notes on. The first section is going to be information about my blogs, so reminders of what I'm going to do, little ebooks that I'm writing, and then the next section is some radio stuff that I'm doing, DJing stuff. So those are just show ideas and scribbling bits and pieces. And then right at the back I have another pocket which is just like a little wallet, and this is where all my stickers are, and some, so you can see all the London Underground stickers that I've got left ready to stick on. And I've got some smiley faces and some with my name and my blog on, and then another friend brought me these page clips which are really handy. They are, I'm going to get them out so I can show you. There's the last one. The last one will be right down at the bottom and I won't be able to find it. Just, oh, here it is. They are rock, scissors, paper. And they're so cool. And they are a little bit big to use in the Filofax, but if I know I have a reminder that's needed for that day, I will put one of those in and it will remind me of what I need to do on that day. And then I've just got the usual Filofax post-it notes on there. And at the back of the Botanics, there is a little zip pocket. I don't tend to keep anything in here because it is so, the outside of the Filofax is so stiff, and the inside of this is quite stiff as well, that you can't actually get much in there. But it would be handy to keep, I suppose, receipts or anything in like that. So that is the current system that I'm using. This is a sneak preview. I will be reviewing this later in the week, but I don't think the colour on this does it any justice. But I've just received this in the post today. It is the Personal Compact Paintant Duck Egg Organiser, and I've literally just opened it, taken bits and pieces out of it, had a look at it, and it's getting closed up, and I will be reviewing that later this week. And then the piece de resistance, you all want to have a look in this box, don't you? So nosy. This is where I keep all my little bits and pieces. And as you can see, it's a bit of a lucky dip really, it's quite good. So I've got things in here like notebooks. This looks like a notebook, but it's actually a whole book full of post-it notes. Can't even remember where I found that. It's probably in a pound shop somewhere. So I'm not even sure where you can get these from, but these are really, really handy. I just usually take some of these out, stick them in my Filofax, and use them when I need to. What else have I got in here? Oh, my trusted hole punch. Every Filofax needs its own hole punch, and this is a Repesco one, and it's actually got, it's adjustable inside. I don't know if you can see that, but those springs, they actually go down to pocket size. So if you had a pocket size and a personal size, then this you could punch holes in anything, so it would fit in there. Highlighter pens, obviously got to have a highlighter pen. A ruler for my A5, and then this pack here is full of all sorts of stickers, so you can probably see all those. There's ones with my name on from Tiny Me, so I've got some like that. Those are London themed, which I thought were really cute. Just some plain post-it notes in there. I've got, they look like school stickers, but sometimes, do you know what, I like to reward myself. And so what? I think every person needs to big themselves up from time to time. So if you can see on there, I've got great work, I'm brave, amazing work, superstar, brilliant, and they are just my own little joke to myself. But what I'm using the Filofax to do, cheer it up. Oh, wondered where that had gone. Trish, I found our photo from Race for Life. I've got some cardstock here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but it's always handy to keep in. Might make some dividers for a pocket Filofax out of that. Next, this was just some old wrapping paper that I found. Can't even remember where it's from. but I was attempting to make some dividers out of it. As you can see, I've cut them into shape. They aren't sturdy enough. They do need some card in between them, and that's just a project that's ongoing at the moment. I collect postcards of places where I've been and places that I like. Sometimes, as you can see, hopefully you can see, I've punched some holes in that one already. I was going to use it as a divider, but it doesn't fit right, and I'm not that keen on using it. So I've punched holes in the postcard that I like for no reason whatsoever, but it was worth a try. Same with these here, and these are, I took those out with me one day because I put the blog sticker on the back of them, but these were from eBay, not the London ones obviously. These postcards with the really weird and wonderful designs on them were from eBay years and years and years ago, and I've never used them. I'm trying to think of ways to use them. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. But they are really weird, wonderful, bright colours, but they are postcard size, so they don't fit as a divider. But I sometimes put them in to brighten up my Filofax. Just a notebook, and sometimes I buy cards because I think I might like to make dividers or something out of them. Now these aren't big enough for my personal, but they will probably work perfectly for a pocket divider, so I'm hanging on to those. Then I have got a paper blanks diary for this year. Now this is beautiful. I hope you can see it shining there. However, I've not used it yet. I don't know why I've not used it. I think it's because I've been chopping and changing between my diaries so much, but it really, really is beautiful, beautiful diary. I may go and start using this at some point. It was an 18-month one, so I could have used it last year. But what I might do, I might find a reason to use this, maybe for birthdays or for notes or something like that, and keep it in that sense. Again, any ideas, let me know. Next is my, I can't remember the name of this. Is it Penny Bridge? Might be Penny Bridge. Anyway, it's the yellow one, and it is basically a purse with Filofax rings on it, and you use it as a purse. And I've had just a few note pages in here before now, but the handbag I was using a few months ago, it was too small of a handbag to have this in, so everything just felt a bit bulky. But the genius part of this is that you can take the rings out like this, so you've got the rings there, and you can just use it as a little bag or a clutch or something if you're going out at night. Next one is my Yellow Hearts Personal. I never really got to grips with this. It was my student diary, and it's a canvas style cover, and it got dirty immediately. So whilst it was a beautiful Filofax and I really loved it when I first got it, it is impossible to clean. And therefore obviously I can't sell it on either because nobody wants a glossy old Filofax. So I'm using this as storage for all the dividers that I don't use. Now I've got 3 world maps. I have no idea why I've kept the world maps. I've got all sorts of different A to Z dividers in here, numbered dividers, lettered dividers, and some that I decorated myself. Oh, you can't really see that, sorry, can you? Some that I decorated myself as a little project, but they're too thick and I didn't really do it properly and they look a bit grubby. So yeah, it was just the start of an idea. I'm not sure I might use them as templates for other dividers in the future. So that's just storage now. And then I have my red Cuban zip. I occasionally go back to this because I like a zip around my Filofax that stops everything from falling out. Plus it's got a pocket on the outside, so you can see that, and it's a really, really sturdy, hard wearing Filofax. in here at the moment are paper blank, just blank sheets, a couple of spare pockets, spare dashboard, all note paper, nothing on them, daily planners, address pages, to-do lists, just bits and pieces. So whenever I need some more paper stock, I just come to this and pick a few pages out of it and I go there. But the Cuban zip is really nice. I really love the Cuban zip. I know it's not a popular choice for everybody because it is so stiff and hard wearing, and people do like their Filofaxes to become a little bit lived in or to bend a little bit. But again, as I said, this is great if you just want to zip things away and not have everything falling out all over your bag. And that was actually sent to me by a blogger called Annie. I'm not too sure she'll remember, hope she does. But yeah, that was really nice of her to send me that because she didn't use it, but I'll never get rid of that. I love it, it's really nice. Then I've got, obviously, more paper stock. So I've got some coloured paper, some financials and some lined and plain paper. And then my A5 Metropole. This is another one I keep going back to. Another zip, as I'm sure you can hear. It's a really good one for work, this, because it has such an enormous amount of space in it. Again, it's just storage for all my spare A5 sheets at the moment. It's got loads of lovely little pockets at the side here for business cards or for whatever. I've got a spare pen in there as well. So I've got couple of plastic wallets, zip pockets. I love my zip pockets. And then I've just got some spare dividers in there, some spare sheets, planning sheets, financial sheets, another world map because of course I'm going to get lost at one point, and then a really interesting January to December index, which I think that if I used this as a work desk type of pad again, I would use that, but I haven't had a chance to yet. And then I've just got a couple of envelopes at the back there because I sometimes punch holes in envelopes because they're really handy just to slot, again, receipts in and things like that, especially for expenses for work. So that's that. And then finally, I'm running out of space on the table, just got a whole barrage of pens and pencils that I've never used, more stickers. More stickers. Then that's supposed to be a hole punch for the A5. A5, A4, A5 that isn't very sharp. It doesn't work. It's awful. But I don't want to get rid of it because I might need to punch one sheet of paper one day. The same again for the personal size one. They're not brilliant. They are handy for punching one or two sheets of paper, but not fantastic. And then of course every single Filofax I've ever owned has always had a slottable ruler in it, so for some reason I seem to hang on to these and I don't know why. And yeah, just more pens. Obviously as you can see, I like the multicoloured pens. They're really good for, like I said before, just writing down different appointments and everything. And that is it basically. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour. Sorry I've gone on a little bit, but watch out for my review of the, I'll just bring it into focus again, the personal patent in the duck egg blue. I'll be reviewing that later this week. That's if I don't break it or scratch it first. So